Hello everybody and welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. So I'm going to be completely honest with you, it is that hot today that I am sat in my office and it is not very pleasant. So I don't know how long this episode is going to go on for, but I will try my best to go as long as I can. As you can see, the contractors, they are here, they are now waiting for us to get this maize field off. So I thought what we can do is we can have a quick set to do a time lapse getting this maize, well, some of the maize field done. Then we could possibly go and look at doing some rolling whilst our driver here maybe has some time off, I would say. Obviously what I mean by some time off, if it gets to lunchtime or 10 o'clock or something like that, you know, he will want a little bit of a break. But because it's our farm and we need to keep going, we won't have that luxury, because we do have field 59, the one just right in front of us. We do have that to roll as well, so that's something that we'll have to get on and do. But anyways, in the meantime, let's just get this straight into a time lapse and go from there. So we are just going to have a bit of a break now from doing the maize silage. And the more I was thinking about it, we should really look at trying to do this silage properly. You know how you prepare it with a silage compactor or a silage roller. And also with there being that silage grab in the use cells just beneath the farm, we should also probably look into that. So let's go on to silo compactors. Okay, they've only got one. I thought there'd be more than that, to be fair. And what was the other one? Silage. That's down at the bottom. So do we additional weight? Yes. What does that do? So that bumps up by £2,000. So that takes it to 4 tonne. Well, puts 1.3 tonne onto it all. I think we should possibly do that, and let's try. I've never used this before. To normal search, 65% chance. Let's just do a normal search. I've never used this before, so this is going to be very interesting just to see whether we can find something second hand. To keep an eye out for a notification from the broker when the search assignment has ended. So that's. Well, we may have to move on to a different month, mightn't we, for that? I don't know. I'll keep an ear out for it. But what we are going to do, we will hose this off and just drop this down, and we will now go find wherever I left the rolls. I would love to be able to buy our own forage harvester at some point. The only problem is, and I've just had a quick look, is if we were to buy one, we'd want obviously the cutting head so that we can do the maize silage. but we would also want to replace our mowers with it. But unfortunately, it's the much bigger ones, forage harvesters, that then have the mower that can attach onto it. So I don't know whether they'd be able to go on the smaller ones that we're using. Plus, I would also like to see if there are any cheaper ones, because that is definitely something that in the future I'd like to go down the lines of. But I would use the forage harvester, you know, with the grass pickup, but I don't think that would work very well with a worker. And how this is going, unless we were to use courseplay, which I am trying to avoid, I would say that we need the worker to do the grass and then we just lead. That would probably be the most convenient thing to do. Now, where is, I think it was down here. So let's have a look at this. So it is, I think it's 2,000 litre capacity. Yeah. The hours, that means nothing to us. Asking price is 4,407. What do we reckon? Do we reckon we'll be able to go? Should we be really cheeky and make that offer 3,305? Okay, no. Let's go to 20% off. Oh no, we've only got one more try for this. Well, if we got it for 10% off, it's still 450 quid that we got knocked off. Uh-oh. They really weren't doing that, and I can't do, so it'd have to be a buy now. What is 4,407? If we go on to here, and it will be... Oh, I haven't even checked. Is it a telehandler tool, or is it a... Doesn't say. So let's just check on here. Because we have a front loader, so that's what we would need it for. It's not that one. Must be that one, 2,000 litre capacity, so £6,000. You get 2,200 litres, that's awesome, for £500 more. Let's just have a look at telehandlers. Okay, so it is a front loader tool, but for 4,500, if we spent 2,000 more, let's just go buy now. Right, so we need to come, I imagine we just come down here, we can gather that up, I guess. We'll find out. But right, let's get down to field 59. I always forget which one it is. I do believe, and we'll have to check it, is our yield for that field is not great at all for our maize silage field. So it'll be interesting to know just how much of a deduction we're getting in it. But right, let's get on and get this done. I don't know whether you all saw that, but I believe this way it came up with search successful, and I believe I just now need to look into the used machinery sale, and it should be there. So I'm hoping it is a lot cheaper than buying brand new, but you've also got to take into consideration the price, well, the what we've had to pay for it. So let's go into here and sales, 34% off. That is a lot cheaper. And if we go additional weights, it adds to, so that's £14,500. And if we were to go and buy brand new, where are we going here? 21.5. So we're getting, what's that, £6,000, £7,000 off by going like this way. So yeah, let's do that. And do we hire purchase it? We'll do it for 1 year. Let's put 50% down, option 1. Yeah, let's do that. just so that it's not too much of a big cost all in one go. I would love to get that just for something different to try. That would be cool. Right, let's get back to the farm. And I would pick our roller up, but we've got the front weight on, so we can't get that. But we'll go back to the farm, we'll get into the front loader, and we will go pick up our new silage grab. Right, so we'll put this here, and like I say, we'll go get the silage grab for the front loader, and then I think what we'll do is we'll finish the silage, or the maize silage, getting that all in, and then that's going to have to be it, because I am sweating bucket loads here. It doesn't also help that I was on a post hole auger today trying to put holes into the ground, and it bit that hard, and I was grabbing onto it that hard that it ripped a whole chunk of skin straight off my hand, which wasn't the most pleasant of things. Right, where is the... Oh, we've got 2 babies in there. Have we had more? Did I say... No, it's just saying soil nutrients. Where's animals? We had... Have we got more? I don't know. I should really keep check of them. But once we've got the alfalfa silage done and all that sort of thing, then we will be spending a bit more time on them all. So let's drop that there, and let's get down to our new dealership at the bottom and get our grab, which I do hope it fits. So let's just pull around here. Put that on. We won't be able to use the grab straight away because I imagine we'll have some pipes to put in. So let's get them plugged in and let's see what happens. The last time we got something like this, it didn't work properly, but that is, so I'm very happy with that, especially with a 2,000 litre capacity. And like we've seen, we could go to 2,200, but it's one of them. It wasn't really worth it, maybe, especially for this one being second hand. What I'll do is this can stay into this clamp, because I think I'm only just going to run one clamp at a time for the time being, because I don't need loads of silage, and whatever we have left, you know, just before silage time, or where we can make a load, we'll just sell everything then. Right, let's go find the tractor, and I'll put the trailer on, and I'll see you when we're back down at the forage harvester. There's only one thing left to do. Let's try and get all this done in a final time lapse.
Well, maybe it was fate when you walked in the door. I could have sworn I've seen your face before. So glad that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing for someone out there to hold. All those little moments, the bus you didn't catch me looking over your shoulder, just at the right time. Those little moments all led me to you, only God knew. Little moments all led me to you, only God knew about all those little moments. All those little moments.
So if we quickly jump out, I did read it earlier, but it is a yield minus 35%. Okay, before when I looked at it, it was 20 odd percent, so it's only got worse the further up the field we've gone. So yeah, we just need this crop off, and then after this we can make sure that we keep a good eye on all our crops and keep them right. Because this, I imagine, is it a pest of 50%, so this could really do with some insecticide spraying onto it. And I'm also just thinking, do we put this field, because it is so close to the yard, I think it makes sense to put this field into grass now, and then use the fields that are slightly further away, use them solely for arable. I don't know, but obviously this video will be released, it's Friday night, this video will be released on Sunday, so please do let me know what you think. I think in the meantime, however, we could possibly put it into a cover crop, because that will help with the organic matter and help with the nitrogen. In the next episode we have the alfalfa, which that's going to be cut and put into here, but we will have a bit of a flatten down with our rollers. So off camera I'll probably go get the rolls, and then we can get a nice smooth pit. But it'll be very interesting to know actually what we have in here. So let's just take that off for now, and in our pit, is that it? Just over 96,000 litres, and that's probably the biggest field we've done, but purely because of that, like in between 25 and 35% yield loss, we've lost loads. So we are going to be really banking on the alfalfa, which, like I say, we'll get this cut. Should I just sneak through? Yeah, we'll get this cut in the next episode. We'll have to row it up. And do we have a forage wagon or not? I can't honestly remember what we have anymore. No, so we will have to lease one of them. Obviously the contractor, they'll take these back, and yeah. So I think now, off camera, I'm going to go get the silage compactor, and then that's something that we can start the next episode with. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.